What's good? I'm still wet in What's good? What's going on, y'all? I have not made a video in a while, and I deeply apologize. But we're quarantining, and guess what? I'm gonna tell a story time. So before we get into this story, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you share this video. Comment below your favorite part. Share it to your pastor, your teacher, somebody. So today, and make sure you click the description box below and follow all my social media platforms. Okay, so today's story time, y'all, is about the time that I dropped out of school. Yes, I was a high school dropout. It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm not laughing at anybody who dropped out of school. Because I did it. So, let's just get into, like, what happened. So, I'm going to give you a little backstory. Like, I'm just going to talk and we're going to get into it. Okay, so, I've always, like, hated school. It wasn't that I wasn't, like, smart or that I was, like, stupid or something. No, like, I always made pretty decent grades. I just really did not like being there. Like, I don't know what it was. I just never liked school. Like, I always was in trouble. I always stayed in something. I was just that kid. It was just always a me situation. Okay. So, going through school, I've always been very different. I've always been fairly flamboyant than the other boys. Gag boys. So I always been more flamboyant than the other boys. Plus, I always, I don't know, I just was different. I always felt different from even the girls, like all students. So, yeah, my curls have failed. I had to do some else work in this video. Don't worry about that though. That's what we not here for my hair. However, okay, so I got to high school. I just didn't like school. I'm from a very small town, but I'm a very big town kind of person. So being gay, black, flamboyant, and then, like, I started wearing, like, hair and makeup and stuff, and, like, I just didn't feel the need to hide who I was anymore. So this was about the beginning of my 11th grade year. I wasn't really wearing hair and makeup. I came out as gay at, like, 16. And so by this point, I'm out, I'm gay, I'm queer, and I'm here, bitch. So it wasn't a secret anymore, but there was, like, a lot going on. I never got picked on. I wasn't that kid because I could always defend myself, so nobody was ever picking on me. But it was always, like, a taunt. Like, teachers would say certain things to me. Students would go out of their way to have issues with me. And then I just didn't like being there. I just was like, ugh. And I was always in stuff. Like, it was so annoying, especially when it had nothing to do with me. And then I had things going on at home personally. So, at the time, my mom did not have a job. She was let off her job. What really happened? I don't know. I never really asked. I just didn't ask. So, within the results of that, everybody knows I've been doing hair since, like, 15. If you hear something in the background, the AC just came on. But I've been doing hair since about 15, so I've always had a way of income. Like, I always had money, but, trying to help my mom and, help things around the house more than what I was, just doing hair wasn't cutting it. So I had got a job. I think I had just started working at Food Line, I think. Was it Food Line or was it McDonald's? I think it was McDonald's. I started working at McDonald's at that time. I absolutely hated the job. That's the funny thing. I hated that fucking job. However, I got a story talking about my job too. So I would go to school. I would leave school even though I didn't want to be there. I would do hair and I would go to work. But then also I've been, like, in the scene since, like, 16. So in the scene, like the scene means like the gay scene. So on Thursday night, so Tuesday night, I would go to drag shows. Wednesday night was nothing. I would go nowhere. Thursday night, I would go to the club. Friday night, go to the club. Saturday, go to the club. And Sunday, go to the club. Mind y'all, at this point, I'm in the 11th grade. Why am I going out that much? Who did I think I was? And it wasn't like my mom's fault. My mom always raised me, right. I just chose to do wrong. I chose to do what I wanted to do. So, by that time, I'm like, okay, I really don't want to do this school shit no more. I'm grown. And I didn't have really great people around me at the time either, because the people I was going to the club with definitely was like, yeah, bitch, drop out of school, hoe. Fuck school. And that's just how I felt. I just didn't feel the need to be there. I'm like, I don't need this. Like, I'm going to be a world-renowned stylist. I'm going to be famous. I don't need school. So, I had just stopped going, or more so I would go when I felt like it. And then eventually I just stopped going altogether. So I had to talk with my mom, and I was like, look, I just don't want to do this no more. I'm going to work. I'll get my GED later. But, we need me around the house. Like, I sold it to her really good. Like, y'all need my help around the house. So I'm going to just work. I'll go back to school later. Ultimately, I just really didn't want to be there. It had nothing to do with really helping around the house, honestly. So when I did leave school, I started bugging. Like, I went out so much more. I mean, I had more money because I was going out. I mean, I was doing hair more, and I would go to work more because I wasn't at school. So, and then my city, well, I don't know if this how this is or if it's like this everywhere. However, I had my mom do a withdrawal form because, I mean, I wasn't grown. So if I was just not showing out to school, it'll be like, they're probably sending cops to my mom's house or something. So, I got my mom's, I don't know how I convinced her to do a withdrawal form. I think my story just really sold her to do it, because I really didn't want to be there. I got her to do a withdrawal form, and so I didn't have to go to school. I was just a free agent. I was doing what I wanted to do. As long as I had the bills that was signed to me paid, I did what I wanted to do. I left when I wanted to leave. I was out wherever I wanted to be. Hold on. Like, I just did what I wanted. Nobody could tell me I couldn't. And that's always my biggest problem, is that I've always been very free to do what I wanted to do. So, I think I had quit my job at McDonald's. And, I don't even know if I really quit or got fired. Either way it go, I didn't go back. Bitch, I figured after all the shit they put me through, bitch, they didn't want me back anyway. And I didn't give a fuck. So, okay, I didn't go back to work at McDonald's, so now I'm just doing hair. And I was still making what I needed to make to get me by, but it just wasn't enough anymore, so I started working at Food Lion. If you're from the South, then you know what Food Lion is. It's a grocery store. So, I tried going to get my GED, and it just wasn't going well. So, where you go here, where I live at, to go get your GED, you go to the community college. Mind you, there's college boys there, there's college people there, period. And then it's like people who come to this community college to do the 2 years before they transfer to a major college. So it's like, baby, the boys, I was boy crazy, and I just started doing dumb stuff. That's where I was really exposed to, like, sneaking and geeking for real. So I would literally go to this college every day, and I would go to class sometimes. I would go okay, so let me not lie. When I first started going, I would go to class every day, and then I just could not understand why people would leave high school to go to a community college to get your GED when you're teaching yourself. Yo, I was so pissed off, y'all, when I got in there. Bitch, I walk in there and I'm like, my job. I remember I was so cute. I remember what I wore verbatim, but I knew I was cute. Like, I always put on clothes to go places. So I walk in and I'm like, oh my, like, what the fuck? These people, I think it was probably like, it was no more than 10 of us. The day started with like 10 of us. The semester, or whatever you want to call it, started with like 10 of us. So it's like, people in there anywhere from the age of like 22, like 20 to like 50. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's when it hit me. Like it really hit me like, you are a high school dropout. Bitch, you thought that was cute? You thought this would be cute? I was so distraught. I walked in and I was just like, ugh, like I was being the mean bitch. Like, they're like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, what's up? Like, of course, at the time I wasn't looking like this, like hair and makeup and stuff, but I think I was doing like twists and locks at the top and, you know, little foundation, little mascara, eyebrows. But I hated it. And so when it came down to like work and shit, I would be like done like this. Like, I think my first week, I went there officially like a full week. My mom don't know this information, so if she sees this, she's probably gonna be upset, but it don't matter. So, I was like, ew, like this is ghetto. So I would like, we would have a lunch break. So when we had a lunch break, I would go down to the lounge. The lounge is where all the college kids was, and they would like eat their lunch in there, or they would do their homework in there, or whatever. So I went down there, and baby, I was getting my life. Like the girls envied me heavily, but the boys, like they were cool. It had a couple pieces of trade in there. I had kind of got close with this guy who really didn't like me, but we ended up getting really close. We grew amazing friendship, but it was just so much. I started like doing stuff like stupid stuff, like sucking dick and having sex at the college. Oh! Yo, I was literally like hoeing. At the school, like, I didn't care. I was getting my life, honey. So, okay. I was there for probably, like, a month to 2 months. Maybe a month or two. Maybe longer than that. I feel like I was there for a while. Like, I feel like I was there for a couple of months. And I would never go to class. Like, I literally went, and I would go to the lounge, chill with the boys, chill with the girls, and leave. And then we would leave our campus to go get food. Like, I just felt like a college student. And my dumb ass, I would lie to them. I never told them that I was... I had never told them. I was like, I never told them that I was a GED student. I told them that I transferred from my regular high school to their early college. To their early college program. And they believed me. Nobody questioned anything about it. Like, nobody questioned it. Mind you, I wasn't in class with any of these people. I don't know. I don't know if they were stupid or if I was just a really good liar. So, okay, cool. Like, certain people knew because I ended up telling them after getting close with them. But it just wasn't the tea. Eventually, I just stopped going. I just stopped going. I was like, ew, like, I hate this shit. Like, this is ghetto. Like, this is ghetto. Then I started making enemies, so I definitely didn't want to go back no more. Because I'm like, I already got in trouble at my the school I was going to, my regular high school, for fighting and being in shit. I'm like, I did not come here to beat hoes up. So I started really hating being there. So days I would just not go, or I would figure something out so I wouldn't have to be there. So I ended up quitting there too. I quit getting my GED. I did not want to do it no more. And I was like, I'm just going to work. Like, I'll figure out the rest later. Like, I don't have time. This school shit is, like, horrible. Yeah. So, my mom eventually was like, okay, bitch, like, what you doing? Because you ain't going to the school. You really, all you do is work and, like, sleep and go out. Like, what's next? Like, what else you doing? Like, that's all you want to do? That's all you want to be? And I'm like, girl, yeah. Like, I'm doing hair. I'm popping on social media a little bit. People knowing me. I'm pretty, like... And I don't know, y'all, my thought process was just so fucked up. But it was cool, and I was having fun. So I didn't feel the need to, you know, do anything else. I didn't feel the need to. So, I had prayed about it, and I was okay, I really need to go back to school because I don't want to be a fucking dummy, and I do like want to be successful. So we had went to, well, my mom had went to talk to the school board because we did a withdrawal form. When you do a withdrawal form, that's it. Like, your withdrawal from the school, and that's it. Like, it's no coming back. So I didn't know that, nor did my mom know that at the time that I did the withdrawal form. So I'm like, and now I can't even go back to school. Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean you can't go? I can't go back to school. Like, y'all, I'm really about to be a dummy in these streets. Like, I graduated. Well, I didn't dropped out of school with literally like a 10th grade education. Because when I dropped out at the beginning of my 11th grade year. It was really like the first semester. I'm like, yo, I'm fucking stupid. Who told me to drop out? So I had a gay mom at the time, and I was telling her about it, and she really wasn't much of a help. However, so one day my mom was like, well, just, go ahead. I had money, like I said, I took care of myself for the most part. My mom's like, go to school, shop, you need to get some clothes. I'm like, Mom, they said they're not letting me back into school. She like, we gotta have faith. My mom's very, very, very holy for the most part, and I grew up in a very spiritual household. So, well, Christian household. So my mom was just like, you gotta have faith. Go get some clothes, get some school supplies. I'm like, okay, cool. So me and my gay mom at the time, we went shopping. And we just like chilling. We shopping, we eating, I'm buying school supplies and shit, and I'm like, I'm spending so much money on this shit, and they not gonna let me back in school. So we go, I remember this day like yesterday, y'all. We go into Urban Outfitters, and I'm literally in the middle of walking up the little stairs to go to the second floor, and my phone rings, so I answer the phone. And it's a lady, she's like, hello, is this da-da-da-da-da? She said my real name. And I'm like, yes, ma'am, but for the sake of the video, we're going to say Judi Doll. So she's like, this Judi Doll? I'm like, yes, ma'am. And she like, I'm calling to inform you that we looked over your application to be re-enrolled into XYZ school. And, we're going to allow you back in under these circumstances. And I think the circumstances was like, I couldn't get in trouble, like, no serious trouble, like, major suspension or like anything like that, and I couldn't have a grade lower than a C. And if so, I'll be kicked out. Okay, so I literally started crying. I am bawling fucking tears in Urban Outfitters, y'all. I'm sitting there like crying like a fucking kid. And so I was so happy. I was so happy to go back to school. I didn't tell anybody I was coming back to school. People didn't even know that I dropped out. And I heard so many horrible rumors like, oh, I got on drugs, or, what else? I was in an abusive relationship, or like, there was like, my parents were beating on me. I couldn't come to school anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Like, drugs, abuse? Y'all hoes must not know me. So, the first day back to school, I literally got to school late on purpose. So when I got to the school, I literally stood in the hallway and waited for first bell. When the first bell ring, I'm standing there like, bitch, you thought sitting there like, I'm so sorry. Bitch, I was just sitting there looking like, what's up? And I think I don't know what I had done to my hair. I really don't remember. But I remember I had on some black shorts, some blue and green Katie's, and this blue and green windbreaker. Now, I was enrolled back into school as an 11th grader, but I would graduate with my class, which was that year that I went back. So, mind you, I was out of high school for a whole year. Yeah. And won't do a shit with my life. So, I go back to school. It was okay. But I literally went back for all the wrong reasons. I was bored. I wanted a prom. I wanted graduation. I really didn't care about the work nor the academics. I just kind of wanted to be there. I didn't want to be home anymore. So, I don't know why I'm learning like this. So, okay. I get back to school. Y'all, school was horrible. I cried so much within that year. So, mind you, you have 4 classes. I had my 4 classes at school, and I had 3 online classes my first semester. My second semester, I had 4 classes at school, and then I had 4 classes outside of school. So at this point, I'm extremely stressed out, but I'm still trying to maintain and be normal. I literally lied about the whole thing. I never told any of the students what my classification was. I never told them that, I dropped out for real. I never said anything. I just went back to school like normal and joined back in with my class. But it was so hard because they don't know me. Like, I had changed so much in that year. I came out, I'm me now. There was really no other people in the school like me, minus like 1 or 2, and they still weren't me. So it was so different. And then like teachers were really rude to me. I had a social studies teacher tell me, he was like, I'll let you pass my class with like a reasonable grade, like a B or a C, if you just don't come back in here. And I'm like, why? Like, why? He was just like, all of this, like, and by that time, my flamboyantness or gayness started like flourishing. Like, I started wearing like makeup. Like, I would come to school beat like eyeshadow. Like, I remember I used to go to school. I don't know what my obsession was with blue eyeshadow, but I used to come to school with blue eyeshadow, and I made sure I had on blush. And I looked a fucking fool, but at the time I was fab. My eyebrows was always on point because I have naturally thick brows, so people always love my brows. And I used to wear this lip combo. It was like a kind of deep purple lipstick, and I would put the same concealer I use on my face in the middle and like blot it out, so it'd be like this ombre lip. Bitch, teachers just didn't like it. I had a teacher. He was the Jamaican man. It was his first time teaching in the States. And he would call me he called me a bossy boy. And when I first heard it, I'm like, bossy boy? Like, who the fuck, who are you talking to? So, by my family being Caribbean as well, we're Haitian, not Jamaican, but still, the word still means the same thing. And I found out that he was calling me the F word in school. I don't think I could say that on here. But he was calling me the F word, and I'm like I was so hurt. I went to the principal. Well, a principal. I didn't go to my principal because my principal would have handled it. I went to an administrator, and she was like, well, it's kind of like the life you chose to live, so you're just going to have to deal with the backlash. And I'm like, how what you mean, deal with the backlash? I don't have to deal with anyone disrespecting me because I'm gay. Huh? Like, it was so much. I remember I had, I don't remember exactly what the class was, but I knew it was a substitute teacher. And the substitute teacher was another teacher from another class, and he came in, and we were talking, I was talking, we were just having a good old time. And he had told me to shut up. And I'm like, shut up? Who are you talking to? Like, my mom don't even tell me to shut up. Like, what do you mean? And he was like, you think that hair and that makeup scare me? You think you scare me because you got these all these colors and stuff on? And I was like, like, why are you trying to go in on me? Like, what does my hair and makeup and me having on bright colors have anything to do with me talking? So I knew right then that it was a direct attack to me. I called my mom. My mom came up there and turned it. However, that was just a lot of the stuff I was facing when I went back to school, on top of dealing with the drama and shit of students and messing with DL boys, dealing with their girlfriend. Like, that was the kind of like stuff I was dealing with. And I couldn't understand. Like, I just feel like nobody understood. And so many days I was like, I just want to drop out. Like, I'm going to leave again. Like, this is too much. It's too much. Like, oh, it was too much. So then, I remember I went to a guidance counselor, and I was talking to her about a senior or something. It had something to do with the seniors. And she was like, well, you're not a senior. You're not in my class. You're not in my classification. And she knew the story. She knew the details. She knew what the fuck was going on with me. And I felt like she was just trying to hurt my feelings. So she was like, what are your plans? You don't have this. You don't have these credentials. You don't have that. You don't have that. So what are you going to be? And I was like, well, I don't really think I want to go to college. But I do hair. And that's what everybody knew me by doing hair. So she was like, well, doing hair is not a real job, and being pretty ain't gonna get you nowhere. Mind you, before I started wearing hair and like getting all dolled up, I've always been pretty. People always questioned, you know, is that a boy or girl or whatever. So I was so hurt. I didn't say anything back to her. I was just like looking at her. She was like, well, I'm not allowing you to go on this trip or do whatever they were doing with the senior. She was like, you know, till you have your act together, till you get your credits to be a senior. But I knew I was not going to have the credits in time to go on this certain whatever we were doing. So I remember I went to a teacher and I was crying so bad, like, she said that, she said, but I'm not going to have a real job. And the lady was just like the teacher just made me feel like even worse. She made me feel like shit. Like she was just like, hey baby, look, she kind of right. Get your shit together. And I mean, I guess what she was saying was right. It wasn't what she said, it was how she said it. So this was around the time, yo, I was so suicidal my senior year of high school. I was suicidal. I, bitch, was eating like a fucking whale. I was so big my senior year. And I was just not cute. I didn't, now looking back, I definitely didn't think I was cute. So it was just a mess. And my feelings were just so hurt. So, however, comma, bitch, I went to prom and I turned it. I ate it the fuck up at prom. I looked so cute. Mind you, I went to prom still classified as a 10th grader. Nobody knew that, but I went to prom classified as a 10th grader. Because, you know, when the 11th grade year started, you have no credits. I wasn't even there long enough to get credits as an 11th grader. So, I went to prom, killed it, looked cute. Shout out to my date, Shanetta. She went with a gay boy, and it was fun. She was so nice. She always had, like, held me down all my senior year. So, I'm going to post some pictures in here when I did. And then, so, the year continued, and I remember this is, like, one of my biggest obstacles. I've always been great at, like, English. I've always been great at English or, like, you know, language arts. My struggles was everything else. So, I'm passing everything else. You remember I told you the teacher said he didn't want me to come back to his class anyway. So I was definitely going to pass that class. My math teacher was easy to persuade, so I really wasn't doing work in there, but I knew I could finesse him to let me graduate, which is what I did. Then came down to my language arts teacher, and I remember it was like 2 days. It was like we were in the middle of taking like exams, final exams and shit, and it was like 2 days before graduation. And she was like, well, you have an F. She just gave it to me straight. She was like, you have an F. You're missing this, and this, and you're not going to graduate. See you next semester. And I'm like, y'all, I literally just started crying. And I'm not an emotional person, but it's like, I came back, I did all this shit. I was a part of extracurricular activities. They tried putting me out again. They tried sending me to alternative school, and the alternative school sent me back the same day because they said I was too smart and had too many credits. I was bad and didn't want to be there, not stupid. So when she told me I had an F, I'm like, what the fuck do you mean I got an F? Like, girl, you're lying. And she was not trying to give me the work to make up. I really could have did all the work that day. But I never recall missing the work. So, okay, cool. I went to the principal and I was just like, hey. And I went to the head principal this time. I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. She said this, and that. And I'm not coming back. If I don't graduate, this is it. I ain't coming back. It's just not going to happen. And she was like, well, you do your part and we'll make sure that you graduate. And I was just like, but I have an F and you telling me just make sure I do my part and I come to graduation, bitch. Girl, and I come to graduation and I'm not in line. Mind you, I wasn't at any graduation practices. I wasn't at any you know, rehearsals. None of it, because my name wasn't being called at the time. So, by this time, it was a couple days before graduation, everybody was just talking like, oh, Judi wasn't at graduation practice, Judi not graduating, oh, the bitch is dumb, like, da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, I'm not graduating. Like, I didn't know what to say. So, I really didn't invite family to my graduation. So, like, I think it was like the day before graduation. Mind you, we did still have school the day before graduation. if your shit was together. And me and my shit was together. This was Friday, graduation was on Saturday. She said, she called me in her office. I went up there, and she was like, you finished all your exams, you passed all your exams, and you're graduating. And she showed me my diploma to confirm, and I literally, y'all, started crying, bitch! I was crying so motherfucking bad, because I'm like, I had worked so hard, you know, I didn't work as hard as I could have, but I graduated, and I was so happy. My mom, my grandmother, my grandfather, and my sister came to my graduation. I cried so much on my graduation day. I didn't even cry at the during the graduation, because the funny thing is I still didn't believe I was graduating. So in the lineup, it was so funny how it happened. It was the lineup, and it was a person in front of me. Well, it was two people in front of me. They called one name, it wasn't my name. They called another name, it wasn't my name. So now we looking at each other like, oh, bitch. So I'm gagging because I'm like, if they don't call my name in front of all these people, how can I can't lie my way out of this. I can't mix my way up. And then they said, Judi Doll. And bitch, I literally just was like I walked across the stage like the baddest bitch. People was clapping, cheering for me. People I didn't even know. That girl. And so, okay, I graduated, and then, so afterwards, they wanted us to go back to the classrooms that we were in before, once again, the air just came back on. Excuse me. So, while I was walking back to the class, they gave us all roses. And so I see my friend, this girl, Autumn, we'll call her my twin, because we actually do look alike. And she was like, you did it. I'm so proud of you. You did it. And I literally just started crying in her arms, because I'm like, I did it, bitches! I graduated with 2 extra credits. Like, I was so happy. So, then y'all, yes, the story should be over, but it's not. So, I went and got in the car, and this song by Zacardi Quartet, I forgot. And it's like, Let Your Power Fall. Y'all, that song came on, and I literally just started bawling in the car, because I honestly feel like, yeah, I did put in the work to, you know, graduate by doing my work. Like, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to, honestly. So I just knew I had graduated off faith, like strictly faith. I could have did so much more, and I didn't. But not promoting being lazy. I'm promoting faith without work is dead. I worked my due diligence, and God met me halfway. And so I was so happy. I went to breakfast or brunch with my family, and then I hit the road. I booked it to my graduation trip. I went to Charlotte, North Carolina. And if you know about Charlotte, you know about Scorpios. I went to Scorpios. I got lit. That weekend was great. So, I graduated, bitches. I have a high school diploma. No, I did not go to college. I did get accepted into college, but I did not go, because by that time, it was enough of school for me. Anyway, so that's the story time of how and when and whatever. I know it's all over the place, but I just really want to talk about this, because people don't look at me and they would not think that I was a high school dropout. And also, high school is hard. School is hard. I don't think people understand how fucking hard school is. School is hard. Dealing with students, dealing with teachers, dealing with, bitch, the cafeteria lady was even rude. Me and the cafeteria lady got into it a couple times, because who talks to? So, I just want to shed light on my story, on how I dropped out of school, and how I went back and conquered like the baddest bitch. So, like, comment, subscribe, share. If you want more story time, let me know. If you would like a makeup tutorial on this beat, let me know. I really want to get into makeup on my channel, but I just want to make sure that's something y'all want to see. I know for a fact y'all want to see me do hair. I really don't know how this is going to work. I'm trying to figure it out. And then plus we're in quarantine. I'm not allowed to do hair right now. So I probably could do my hair. But comment some video ideas. Just let me know what's going on. What's your favorite part? Have you dropped out of school? Do you know somebody who dropped out of school? And if so, did they go back, bitch? I love you. I like you. I like you. And bye.